sixth grade. I'm in our classroom. I wish you were here too. It would be a lot more fun. I'm making this video to explain the Shark Tank project, which is going to take you the next 3 weeks. It's basically all you have to do for me besides vocab. So each component should be done really well because it is really the final part of your grade, and it's going to be worth quite a few points because there are so many components, and it's kind of taking everything we've learned throughout the year and squishing it up into one project. I talked about this project earlier in the year. It was a favorite of the sixth graders last year, and we all had a lot of fun with it. So I just wanted to read through the instructions with you, give you some pointers, some tips, some examples, and then if there are questions, you can catch me on a Zoom or send me an email. So the first thing you need to find in Google Classroom is this, Attention Entrepreneurs. So this is like our welcome to the project. So we're gonna read this together. Attention entrepreneurs, welcome to the Shark Tank competition. Your creativity, collaboration, and business skills will be put to the test as you invent or innovate unique and useful products. How does it work? You will come up with original ideas, collaborate with your business partners, which unfortunately you will not have because you're by yourself, and then pitch your idea to the sharks. They will decide whether they want to invest in your product or not. You also take on the role of an investor or shark and decide which of your classmates' products you would like to invest in. The business team that receives the most investments will be named Top Entrepreneur. You'll need to be creative, motivated, and reflective as you move throughout this competition. Remember, like any good entrepreneur, you will need to persevere through challenges and failures to make it in the Shark Tank. So the only part of this project that is different for you is that you don't get to work with a partner because we're not physically together. So this is kind of up to you on your own. So if you've seen Shark Tank, which in your instructions are a couple videos of those, you know that it's a show where inventors and entrepreneurs, innovators go in front of a panel of sharks, which are people who have money to invest, and pitch their ideas and try to get the sharks to invest in their product. So that's what you're going to be doing. So next we need to take a look at the product directions, which is also in the classroom. We're going to read this together, and this is going to lay out exactly what you have to do for your project. Create an original product that solves a problem. You can come up with a brand new product, which is an invention, or improve on an idea that already exists, which is an innovation. You will create an advertisement and pitch, then present your business plan to the sharks. You will try to convince the sharks to invest money in your company. So like we saw in the videos, Scrub Daddy was a sponge. That is an innovation because a sponge already existed. That person just made it better. An invention is something that's completely new that no one's ever heard of. Let me think of one, looking around. I don't know. The iPhone. The iPhone was an invention. It was the first smartphone, completely original. You know what? That will actually be an innovation because we already had cell phones. That might be a little bit of both, but you get the idea. Invention is something completely new. No one's ever heard of it. And innovation makes something better. Now, you can do either. That's kind of up to you and where your creativity takes you. Background information. Shark Tank is a TV show that provides opportunities to entrepreneurs, people who start their own businesses and invent their own products, to grow their businesses. The sharks are wealthy business people who want to make more money by investing in new companies and products. They spend money of their own to help the entrepreneurs. They want to make more money from the profits of the entrepreneurs' products. You're going to have 4 phases. The first phase is creating your product. Your product must solve a problem. It can either be brand new or an improvement on something that already exists. Second phase is the advertisement. Persuade others to buy your product. You will show this to the sharks during your pitch. And 3, the pitch. Write a sales pitch or a speech. This is the writing piece that you'll be graded on to persuade the sharks to invest in your business. Present your pitch with enthusiasm and good public speaking skills. And 4, invest. Take on the role of the sharks and make good investment decisions about your classmates' products. Whoever receives the most investments will be named our class Shark Tank winner, the top entrepreneur. So you have 4 phases. We're going to go through 2 phases this week, 2 phases next week. So we're going to start with creating your product. That's going to be where you're going to go from here. And there are more instructions to follow on each day that you move through the product. I put this up on Google Classroom as well, and you can see it a little bit better, but here are some student examples. So this is the visual component. You can see that this kid, that's probably a smartboard, and that's what we did last year. We were able to put stuff on the smartboard, and then these are just physical drawings, and then these are some winners with a big check. I don't have a big check for you, sorry. So as you can see, this is just someone's artwork. They are just drawing the visual of their product. You don't have to be an amazing artist. These are not amazing. Some of you are though, so I expect something pretty cool from you. So your visual display, just keep in mind that you need to show us what your product looks like. It can be hand-drawn. Next class. It can be on the smart or on Google Classroom if you want to use Paint or whatever the Google version of that is. I can't even remember. Or if you want to draw something and take a picture of it, or draw something and turn it in on one of the pickup drop-off days. That's kind of up to you, and we'll get into that part next week. This week is all about creating your idea and starting to put the pieces together, your product proposal. So during the product proposal, that's when you pitch your idea to me and I say yes or no. So again, it has to be either an innovation or an invention, and your creativity is really sky's the limit. It does have to be something that really could be completed. So we're not talking about inventing a car that can go to the moon. We don't have the technology to do that. You don't know the technology to do that. So it has to be kind of realistic and something that can be conceptualized. Someone last year, this is just one that stuck in my mind. I don't know why. It was Caleb Costco, and I don't think he'll mind if I share this with you. I can't remember who his partner was, but he made a trash delivery system where when you throw something away, it went underneath your house on a conveyor belt and right into the trash can on your street. All those, maybe he wouldn't actually know how to build that if he sat down to do it, but those things are real. A conveyor belt exists. He could dig a hole underground. I mean, all those were working parts that actually made sense. So think about that as you move through your product proposal and your brainstorming. It needs to be something that actually could be real. So the next thing you're going to do is look at some Shark Tank examples to kind of get your creativity flowing. Think of something that solves a problem. And we kind of are in this era of germs and the COVID-19. Maybe that could spark your creativity, a way to keep us more clean and germ friendly, but it doesn't have to be. It can be really anything. If I think of more projects from last year, I will post them. Caleb's is just one that stuck in my mind. So as you move through and have questions, please make sure you're reaching out to me and asking. Don't move through the project and not understand what you're doing. Thanks for watching, and work hard this week. Bye guys.